Hello, welcome to the Epic Eco Designer. Today we're talking about the only way you can fail in business. If you'd like to not fail, also keep watching. So we're going to talk about why most businesses see initial success and then have sales problems. Sales taper off and they wonder why, eventually kind of fall through with their business. How to get through hard economic times when most consultants and designers have to take another job. How to not be one of those people, how to live within your integrity as a self-authorized human being and be able to keep your business thriving in various ways, getting creative. And how to break through to new levels of your business because the business really follows your own evolution. And today I'm down in this little hollow. I actually had a guy who was jogging by ask me what I was doing down here. I'm in kind of a funny little spot. This building behind me is actually a stone structure with a beautiful old fireplace in it. I wanted to make sure I'm not bugging anybody who might be coming by the building as I do a video in the middle of a state park here, Interstate State Park in Wisconsin. And I also found these little ferns behind me. Some of them are just unfurling. You can see right there, those tiny little guys. There's some more on the rock behind me as well. You can see that little tuft that's kind of washed out by the light. And so I'm hiding from the wind. It's pretty exposed up here, and there's a storm rolling in. So we'll see if I get rained on. But I've got the old space suit that keeps the elements out. Space skin here. So, getting into our video for today. By the way, I'm Pete Wyden, host of the Epic Eco Designer Facebook group and here on the YouTube channel as well. You can also find me on Instagram at Pete Wyden, W-I-D-I-N. So, why most businesses see initial success and then have sales problems? So, we might have a goal in our business of, I want to make $5,000, I want to make 10 grand this month, and we do it. But it's really common for especially new business owners or a business owner who's been at a certain level to experience that, like a $10,000 month, which I've had a few of this past year. And then, we have that happen, but then we're not necessarily sure if we can do it again. And that old fear creeps in. Fear never goes away. It just becomes a quieter and quieter voice as we learn to trust ourselves and really take responsibility for our business, for ourselves, for our lives, and what we're experiencing on a day-to-day basis. So this may come from old familial ideas about how much money you should be making. For example, there are people who might who have experienced making like $20,000 in 2 months, and they're used to making, let's say, $45,000 for an entire year. They might not have another sale for another few months, and they have one more sale and some other things trickle in and come together, but it makes up about $45,000 at the end of the year, even though proportionally during other months of the year they were on track to make over that six-figure mark of $100,000. And it's a really common thing, that type of situation, and also starting to make sales, but not necessarily having the support system around them of other people who are doing the same thing. You can see the vultures in the background there. Other people who are doing the same thing in the same business or have the experience and the presence and commitment to that business owner, you or somebody else, to give you the support you need to back you up when those old faltering beliefs start to come back up. The mindset pieces, or maybe an existing client moves away that was a really big part of your business in the past, or you even move and you have to start over again, which I've done a lot. And I finally decided to really, to a certain extent, root myself in one area, and which has been really helpful for the past year and a half. I've been building up my network in this area and also building up my ability to share my knowledge online, both in design and business as well, which helps us in a lot of ways we can weather certain changes in the local economy or global economy, and also how we show up and how we can offer various aspects of our skills and expertise to the world. So initial success is awesome, but having the consistency and being able to rely on yourself to consistently make, say, $10,000 gross a month is a whole nother thing. And it really relies on having a support system, which is one of the things we're creating in the Epic Eco Designer. Is we're all evolving at various different rates. Some people are farther along than others, and we're making sure that there's a robust community and network of people that you can see are doing the same thing. But that's also a reason why I offer one-to-one mentorship, is to provide that support when you're going through these big growth spurts in your business, to actually really make them stick and make sure that the success is something that's truly sustainable, and the business is a regenerative aspect for you and your life. It's an expression of your soul's work here, and it should be something that helps you thrive on multiple levels, including that financial level. By the way, I've chosen a really kind of funny area for this video. It's actually at the junction of a bunch of trails. So I've got people kind of staring at me. It's like, what is that guy doing over in the bushes? It's pretty fun. And it's also allows me to live in my light and not act like there's something wrong with what I'm doing. I'm not really bothering anyone. They're just like, oh, people don't usually sit in that spot and do that thing. Making my videos out in nature really inspires me, because I'm surrounded by the abundance that I want us all to feel. The feelings that I am able to cultivate here, I'm able to put into these videos for you guys, and we can all raise our own vibration and approach to our business through this. So that's one reason why I do this, not just because they're pretty little spots with amazing little ferns on the top of a bluff. So getting through hard economic times, when most consultants and designers have to take another job. So what's the first thing that happens generally? If there's a larger scale economic bubble that pops, such as the housing market collapse of 2008 in the US, maybe that was even worldwide to a certain extent, but especially in the US, so many people kind of gave up, and there's a lot of personal stuff to that. So I definitely want to be mindful of the fact that there were very real financial issues and other things that were happening in people's lives. But the people who were successful in keeping their business going got really creative. And so it's looking at, how can I use my existing skills and expertise to really make something happen on a deeper or different level than I have been before, when these different economic times occur, or if you're in an area where you are currently convinced that there's no one who can afford your service. It's just not true. Ultimately, it's a mindset piece, and how you're approaching the service that you provide, and how you're helping get people in the door. It's not about doing a high volume of small jobs. It's about figuring out, what do these people really need, and how can I help be that bridge between where they're at and where they want to be. Specifics about helping people grow food and save money that way. It's actually really a worthwhile investment to help for somebody to get a system going to grow their own food. And who doesn't eat food? You don't have to be a hippie to want a beautiful backyard garden that's low maintenance and provides a lot of your food needs during the main growing season of the year. A lot of consultants and designers, we may start to panic when those drops in sales come for whatever economic reason. And it actually might not be for an economic reason other than they're not actually looking at the opportunities all around them. And when we're living in a place of panic or fear around money, it closes us off energetically, and it closes our awareness off of what's going on around us and the opportunities that are there. For example, I'm doing plant walks next week. I'll be paid about $2,000 for 3 days of plant walks with elementary school students. And that's an amazing rate to receive for that type of work. But what it comes down to is that I was really creative with just following my passion and finding other people who are interested in the same thing. And they ultimately invited me, and with that rate being their idea, to come into this this way of providing education and sharing my gifts. And so it's not just about doing designs for people, because when we are doing design work, we're also educating. And at the heart of everything, I do believe that in general, unless our personality is uniquely otherwise, we are educators as designers and consultants. We educate the client on how to work best with us, how we work best with them. We educate the client on how to get where they want to go from where they're at right now. And ultimately, there are many, many ways to be a teacher and to provide value to other people through that. And that can help you through any economic situation. It's about getting really creative. And if there is an idea in your mind of, that's not true, that's horseshit, coming up, I invite you to really look at that and let your own thoughts reflect back to you. Is that a belief that's really allowing you to surge forward and find new opportunities and new options, be creative with your ideas, and ultimately increase your income exponentially? Or is it something that may be keeping you rooted in a place that's not truly nourishing? So how to break through to new levels of your business. A business follows your own evolution. And it's not about you evolving to meet where the business is at, because everything stems from you in business, and especially when it comes to living in a way that ties in with the universal laws of holistic wealth. And really looking at how you're setting up your plans, your activities, to really be something that grows versus something that sits on a page as a business plan. I can't tell you how many times I hear people say, oh, I just need to write my business plan, then I'll be good. I don't honestly know what exactly that's going to do for somebody, because in my experience, the one-page business plan, it's good to think about your business model and how you're selling a service or product, but really it has to be very actionable. And so it's really important to look at your own evolution and evolving your business from a place of, what are you so passionate about that you can't help but do it on a daily basis. It's not something that you have to force yourself to do. And for a lot of people in holistic design and these more like an ecological approach to landscapes, a more spiritual approach to business, etc., the sales process feels really heavy and burdensome. And that makes a lot of people stop short of actually meeting their financial goals and really using money as a powerful tool it is for social, environmental, economic, personal change. So it's really about evolving your own perspective of what it really means to sell. And sales might seem like something that you just don't feel like yourself when you do it right now. But we get paid to have that sales conversation, and the design work we do is the reward. So it's really thinking about, how can you make that sales conversation something so natural as literally having a conversation with somebody that you're deeply connected with, and you're listening and really hearing their story and connecting with it on that personal level, seeing how what you do fits in with what they need and what they want to get where they want to go, and allowing the service that you provide to sell itself by matching it to what they're needing. That's really how to evolve with your business. And you'll see new opportunities all the time to meet people where they're at and take them into that new level as they evolve based on your own evolution and awareness of who you are and who you want to grow into, which is what your business is a vehicle for. So I hope you guys got something great out of this video today. Please like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to this channel. I'll be making more of these. I'm gonna hike somewhere else, possibly without as much wind. I guess we'll see what happens. You might have to put up with some thundery sounds from the wind today. But yeah, just really let this stuff sink in, and know that your business truly can be that effortless expression of yourself that doesn't feel like work. It feels natural and beautiful, just like breathing. It's truly possible for you.